Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Primetime Home Buyers Buyback Program. Hints and tips Monday. Today we're going to be going, definitely Friday. The week went by so fast. I do apologize. Yes, we're on Hints and Tips Friday. Today we're going to be going into Baltimore tax lien sales. We're getting a little bit of details today because we were in Maryland and I wanted to go into how to invest in over the counter tax lien sales. Because as a new tax lien investor, when I was a new tax lien investor, I found investing over the counter was very lucrative, passive, and allowed me to learn the process. So today we're going to go a little bit more deeper into that. I hope you guys caught the first broadcast that we showed you just about a half an hour ago, just giving you the key concepts of what an over the counter tax lien is versus a regular tax lien sale. We gave some examples about Florida. We talked about Florida a lot in the last 2 weeks about how they host a various amount of tax lien sales, which is the initial tax lien sales, the next tax lien sale where it's a little bit of overage. Also, they do over the counter tax lien sales, and they also do a deed auction. That's how advanced Florida is, just to give you a flashback. So if you remember us talking about that, you can connect that to the video that we just released to you just a few minutes ago. Okay. So now what we're going to do is get into talking about over the counter tax liens. We're going to talk about the states and remind the family what states actually host over the counter tax liens. We're going to go into the mindset of what to start doing when you are investing in tax liens. I'm going to kick my shoes off. Investing in tax liens. So you want to start with a series of processes of, how to research. And then we're going to go into showing you in Baltimore what Baltimore actually requires you to do, and also Carolina County. And we're also going to show you again in detail a flashback of Maryland, because their actual state gives most of the information you would need to participate on a county level. And we're going to show you that. Okay. So let's get this party started today. I'm going to get off the screen. And I need you guys to, because sometimes when I'm on the screen, I distract myself until I can get another type of computer program that where I don't have to totally look at myself. Y'all can look at me. I just get a little distracted. So when I have a lot of information to share with you, we're going to kind of go do it in a podcast form when I'm feeling distracted. Also, once I go over this information, that's why I said this is the time to get your pen and paper. Then we're going to go into a live search into Baltimore County. Okay. So let's start now with this information. What state offers over the counters? Today we're going to be doing Maryland, but I need you to get your papers together. We have Alabama, Arizona, Colorado, Florida, as we mentioned, Maryland, what we're doing today, Michigan, Mississippi, Minnesota, Nebraska, New Jersey, South Carolina. And I think that's going to be the next state we hone in on too, because South Carolina is the state that I want to invest in. So we're going to kind of like dig into South Carolina to show you guys what they're working with. The next state that hosts over the counter tax lien sales is Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, and West Virginia. Okay. And if you didn't catch that, y'all can always catch the replay on this video so y'all can write those states down. If you are part of the full course, you actually have all of the PDFs, and some of the PDFs, most of the PDFs that I share with you guys live. And we have much more on the website. So let's talk about steps to get started. All right, what do we do? The first thing we have to do is determine our investment areas. So we already know today we're going to be looking into Maryland, Baltimore County, as well as I want to go into Carolina County with you guys a little bit. Base your information on your goal. What type of property do I want to invest in? These are the questions you want to ask yourself. What areas are best for my investment plans? Think to yourself, am I looking to invest for a property, the lot, land, or for commercial property. This is your first initial mindset before you do anything, before you even find the state. Start with thinking, what do you want to end up with? Then you'll start to look on the county level. But before the county level, you're going to look on the state level. And we have enough information to get you started to see what states have what and what county you may want to start with. So when you move down to the county level, you review the county tax assessor's office website. We're going to show you that for over-the-counter procedures and purchases. FYI, some county requires that emails or mail letter requests must be done. So please pay attention to the county. And you're going to see with Baltimore County, they have a special procedure as well. Sometimes you can do this thing, you can just print out the application and send it in. Sometimes you have to go another route. So, obtaining the list is your next go to. You know your county, you determining your investment goal. Now we're going to kind of look at the list. Now, you with the county, you want to know, when do they host the sale? How much time do I have to get prepared? And if one just happened in May and you're in September right now, you know you got some time to get prepared. And most likely, some way, somehow, the county do have lists available for people who are late. And once we go into that, you're going to see the time of when to expect these lists to start showing up, these pre-lists, okay? So you obtain the list and start your research. This is the pre-list. While reviewing the list now, this is over the counter as well. Now we know that Florida is active, so you're going to be able to look at a pre-list, the over-the-counter list, and possibly a deed list at some point. But if you're talking about just over the counter, you want to contact that county and say, "Hey, I'm interested in requesting to be part of your certificate of purchase over the counter list. Do you have that? Do you have a surplus list?" And they're gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" And you're gonna say, "Well, I'm talking about the tax liens that were not sold at the last tax lien sale." And they're gonna say, "Hey, okay, no problem. This is what you have to do." So you want to obtain the list. While reviewing the list, identify key information needed to further your research on the property. And we have the key details that we need you to pay attention to the buyback team, such as the parcel number, legal description, owner information. You want to review the market. Is the market good for you? What is the price value of this home? Because sometimes when they have different bidding practices, you're going to want to have to know, especially if you have those premium bidding state or those states where you're going to be you having to pay a portion of the fair market value because you went over. You went into a bidding war. Okay. Okay. So, concepts to keep in mind: keep a researcher's mindset. It never stops. You never know what comes up with these properties. And you will know what to expect when you start to read about how the county talks about their sale, because they put it out there for you. If they're going to be clean and free, if they're not going to be clean and free. And that's going to tell you what you need to do to get prepared. So the concept is keep in mind is, how long was the tax sale held for the property before you went into the tax lien, to the assessor's office and obtained the tax certificate? Because the original redemption times, when do it start, guys? I always tell you, I'm always giving you the answer. It starts the day of the original sale. You must keep this in mind, okay? So you don't go over your redemption time or miss it. So you want to map and track your possible investments. You don't want to just see it one time on a Google and say, "Hey, this is a great property. This is what I'm going to be invested in. Yay, yay, this is it." No, you want to take your time, look at the map, go through the GIS map, cross reference, understand what the area has to offer you, what you can possibly do with the property if it doesn't come to your liking. Because we're gonna be releasing some more information about Maryland, putting those pieces together of how we had to troubleshoot some things. But hey, it happens, and that's why we're here as the buyback team learning institution to help you work out any issues you may have when you invest in your tax lien, because this process, you never know. But you never know. You may get properties, more than one property, clear and free. That's how we teach you how to do your research so you can be successful all of the time. Okay, so keep those concepts in mind. Keep a researcher mindset. How long was the tax lien held for? We want to keep that in mind. You also want to understand how to generally look for the GIS map, compare it to your parcel, compare it to your actual Google map. Use tools such as the County Land Records Department to review land maps, the deed, zoning information, and more. Okay. And you can do all of this before you go and put your money where your mouth is. Investing concepts to keep in mind before selecting over the counter tax certificate. Identify the tax identification number. What is your possible rate of the return versus the investment amount? Now, you want to know, okay, you want to know, am I going to possibly get this property or someone's going to pay me? Now, if it's over the counter, you have a higher chances of being a homeowner because that property has been sitting longer and the person may have a little hard time to pay the property. So keep that in mind. The percentage is higher to actually end up with the property when you're buying over the counter sales. But if you see LLC trust, LLC trust, LLC trust, and all the tax liens is $5,000. 9 out of 10, you know what that is. That is a Kodak. That is a developer, and they may 9 out of 10 pay you once you go to try to redeem that property because they're holding that until they sold it. We talk about how to start in the tax lien game to get your money every time. That's the method. If you guys don't remember, please join the course. All right. So keep those investment concepts in mind. What is your rate of investment versus your rate of return? Narrow down your prospect. Reduce your over-the-counter tax lien list to about 4 or 5 per county. You want to have some options. You never know. I mean, I put in 4 and 3 of them was like, okay, you can pay. You ready? So at that point, you know, you put your money in and you get your tax certificate. It's much smoother than the actual auction process. Okay. Analyze the list by price of the initial investment, the value of the property, any cost of repairs, any possible cost of maintenance of the property when you obtain it. These are the things that you want to keep in mind when you first start to even look at the list. Why? Buyback team, because you're prepared. You're prepared. Now you use your online tools. Apply all your research skills that we have taught you on the buyback team, where you're obtaining the investors' information pre-research. So you want to research the property's owner information for possible income converts on the property as well as state information. And you want to do a soft title search. Review the deed for issues. We teach you how to do that. Looking for consecutiveness, looking for different changes in the description, and get a good look at the property. Make it your goal to obtain high quality information on your possible investment. And you can do that more passively with over the counter tax lien sales. So use all your resources while you have the time. Get help. If you're investing in 1 or 2 states, take your time. Enlist help of a person you may know who lives in the state or traveling into that area that may be able to look at the property for you. And this is why a couple of years ago, you saw me travel to Maryland to look at the particular investments before I put my money down where my mouth was at, because I wanted to make sure that the maps were correct and that those were the properties that I was going to be able to invest in and prosper in. And even when we went to Maryland and foreclosed and everything was supposed to be correct, we still found a discrepancy in the description. So anything can happen, guys. I want you guys to be aware. Okay. Get ready to be a homeowner. Keep in mind the redemption. It is very important to get ready to be a landowner. This is the best time to ensure that you have a good working knowledge of the state requirements to foreclose or obtain the property. Please keep in mind, in some states, they offer non-judicial process is a foreclosure in which the tax certificate is automatically converted into a deed after the redemption time has expired. And some states make you do an application like Georgia, okay, and they put the person on notification, but it does convert into a deed that is clear and free, okay. Oh, well, no, you do have to do a quiet title action in Georgia because it's just the last owner of the property was the state, and then they put it's like a soft lien they put on it. But you do have to do the quiet title action in Georgia, okay? At this time, the investor is responsible to move forward to perfect the title, depending on the state, and record the deed. This process is explained more in detail within course 1, the full course, okay? So please see the title section in the full course. While preparing to possibly be a homeowner, please keep in mind a time frame in which the new owner must obtain insurance for the property as well as secure the property. Please see state and county for details. And that was one of the things that I was nervous about because I knew that the grass haven't been cut in about, let's say, I wanted it every 3 weeks. So we missed 3 weeks. So it's 9 weeks, a month and a half. The grass wasn't cut. So we showed you how the grass looked. We're going to actually show the YouTube family because we showed the Instagram family. We're going to be putting the clips together. It'll be released tonight after we're done with this live. So you can see our experience in Maryland with our investment property and some of the issues that we have been troubleshooting. And we're going to continue to keep you posted as well, too. So last but not least on this check off list, you have made the decision to invest. Please review county information for directions on how to apply, participate, and pay for the tax lien certificate sold over the counter. Each state has its own redemption time, regulations of over-the-counter sale, as well as requirements to obtain a deed. Please review each state that you are interested in investing before purchasing any over-the-counter tax lien certificate. If needed, please speak to a foreclosure specialist. You can go talk to someone before you go because you know they have a lot of free lawyer website that you can go and like just talk to somebody online. Y'all can text back and forth for a free consultation just to get you started. You may could do one a day for different lawyers and they give you the information you may need to get started and get you comfortable. Where there's a will, there's a way. Like I tell you, if you need information and you want to verify it, you can do it. So before you go into a county or into a state and invest, learn its foreclosure process. Go on to that state, say free legal consultation for foreclosure. You never know. Something may come up for it, okay? So now we're just going to talk a little bit about Maryland before we go into going into our actual live research today on Baltimore. I'm going to give you a little flashback because last week we did go into how to invest in Maryland tax lien and we did the checklist. So we want to remind you that Maryland used premium bidding. They do offer over-the-counter tax lien sales, and with the state tax lien certificates are sold throughout the year. Interest rate for the over-the-counter is between 6 to 20%. There are under 6 counties that offer a 6% rate. There is some counties that offer 6%, so keep that in mind. The other 23, such as Baltimore, that we'll be talking about today, offers between 18 and 20%. This is a flashback. Remember this information that we shared with you last week. Redemption time in Maryland is 6 months. So after 6 months, you can move forward to start putting a personal notification for foreclosure. Many counties in Maryland host their own tax lien sales between May and June. So where are we at now? We are in September. So we passed that time. And now we're going to go. We may have time to get ready for the next one. Now, the first thing we're going to show you is that Maryland state, they actually host a good amount of information about tax lien sales for all the counties first. So we can start there. If you know about Maryland, you've been following the buyback team, the family, you know you can go into marylandstate.gov and you can go in and find information, register for that count for that website, and you can basically research everything about the counties, all the counties. So we're going to show you some of that today. All right. So we know that the redemption time is 6 months. Premium bidding process. Practice accept taxes, interest, penalties, and cost of sale. After 6 months, you can move forward. You want to make sure that you understand what is the foreclosure process in Maryland. After the redemption takes place, redemption time and foreclosure proceeding has begun. The investor has the right to receive reimbursement for the cost of any action taken to secure the property, their bid plus incurred interest. Now, we want to let you know that Maryland, some states, some counties is a little bit different with its bidding practices, because when you buy a tax lien, I'm going to say most of the states and most of the counties are not going to let you pay fair market value for a tax lien certificate. So if you get into a bidding war, they have a particular practice that we talked to you about, where they will make you take 20% of 40% of your overbid, and that's called premium bidding. And you'll pay that on top of the minimum amount that's due for the tax lien certificate. Okay, so we're going to show you that a little bit in Baltimore, and we're going to get into it today. We're going to get into it. It's going to be a good show. Give me a second to switch the screen. I hope you guys are having a great evening. And we're going to start with a basic Google page. Okay? Go to Google, y'all. Start on Google. And the first thing you want to do is put Baltimore County tax lien property sales. So once you do that, we're going to pray that we have no Wi-Fi problems tonight. But once you do that, you're going to see that you're going to have a host of websites that come up. All right. Let's see what's going on. Now you're going to see a host of websites that comes up. Now, what we want you to do is pay attention to these URLs that's here. We want to look for .gov. There's going to be a lot of other places that actually, websites that pops up, but we want you to specifically look for .gov. Now, what we're going to do first is we're going to go into Maryland Tax Sales Schedule. We know that the Maryland state hosts a lot of the information for the tax lien. So, we're registered already there because we invest. So you're going to go into dat.maryland.gov, and on that website, they're going to have a page, and this page is /page/tax-sale-schedule.aspx. Okay. Now here you're going to know, if once you see this is the Maryland flag. You're going to know you're on a government website, and you're going to know you're going to get the most accurate information from a government website. Okay. I may be able to show you another website that we saw here that has some Maryland information, but it's from 2018. So this is the tax schedule for Maryland, the state. You can see all of the counties here. And if you have your primetime homebuyer directory, you'll be able to look at the state, the counties, and you already chose your counties. And most of them are within the month of May. Carolina County, Charles County, Frederick. We were in Carolina County, and we're waiting for some tax certificates in Prince George, and Queen Anne County is actually the county that we sued. I know y'all heard that story. Woo, we did good. All right, so we know these are the dates that they are having tax lien sales for 2020. Dates added as they become available. So now we know these are the ones that's passed, because 2000 May had passed. March. Now let's go down. June and September 2022. Now we see this is the last one, and just so happened, it happened to be Baltimore. So when we went into Baltimore, we came to find out something a little bit different. We didn't give up. We did our little research. So now this is the first step. Go in Maryland. Okay, every state is different, but you can start in by putting a general search: tax liens in Maryland, tax lien sell date in Maryland. Okay, so now we have that one up. Now, we know when we're going to be having it. It's supposed to be this month. So now we're going to go back to our Google search. And now we're going to look for Baltimore County Tax Lien Sale List. Okay. We're going to refine our search. I guess it came up already. It told us we're going to just jump to it for you. All right. I didn't want it to jump to this page, but let me go back so you can see how it worked out. Let's just add. So we know right here was the schedule. And this says tax sale overview, Baltimore County. Now I need you guys to pay attention to details, because if you know about um Maryland, there's a Baltimore City and there's a Baltimore County. Look at it right here. It says Baltimore City and there's a Baltimore County. Okay, so we're looking for Baltimore County, not Baltimore City right now. Okay, so now this is Baltimore tax sale overview. This Baltimore County, and we're going to open that. I want to actually open it in the hyperlink. Bear with me because I want to keep this Google page open. So let's right click and open in a new tab. So we're making our way. All right. So now we're on Baltimore County government website. That is for the Pacific County. The first one was for the state that we showed you. Now we see a little different. It says the 2022 tax sale is scheduled for Thursday, October 13th. Today is September 23rd, 2022. That means if you're interested in Baltimore County government tax sale, you have 2 weeks to get your research on and do what you have to do to get ready to be part of a tax lien sale. So we're going to go into looking. We're going to kind of skim this page, but this is the page that I want you guys to be able to go to and go into detail. So it's Baltimore County MD.gov/departments/BUDFIN/taxpayer service/tax sales. And if you don't need to want to do all of that, you can do what we just did a few minutes ago. Okay. So this page breaks down in detail how it works. Baltimore County properties with unpaid real estate taxes occur. Interest and penalties may be auctioned by the county annually. Tax sale. The notice is advertisement. The notice of advertisement will be published once per week for 4 successive weeks prior to the tax sale. The advertisements are updated weekly. Baltimore County advertised in the newspaper. Jefferson and newspaper. Okay. So we already know what newspaper to start looking for before it's even the tax lien sale occur or the list is available. Now it goes into how it works. It tells you how the actual lien is placed onto the actual home. So we do know we can take our time and go through that so you can start getting prepared. But we know when the sale is coming. So we kind of have to get prepared from there. So you can look at that. Penalties and liens. This is telling you the penalties to expect here. This is how much information you can find by doing a basic Google search. Okay, this is why you're here with Primetime Home Buyers Tax Lien School, because we're teaching you how to invest in all states in the United States, not just one state. We're giving you the skills to apply it on all levels. Okay, so now we know that we're in Maryland, Baltimore County. There are tax sale penalties in addition to the monthly interest charge on delinquent accounts. Fees are assessed per account. A postage and handling fee of $25, $50, advertisement fee, and a $15 legal fee. Any itemized cash receipt shown for each lien purchase, the sale amount, total bid, the minimum bid, premium bid, the amount paid. The certificate of the tax sale is mailed 6 months after sale if owner has not redeemed their property. Liens that are not sold at auction becomes property of Baltimore. And those are the over-the-counter sales, and that's what you will talk to them about if you're interested in the tax lien sale after the 10th, after it comes up this month coming up. Okay. So here, right here, this is what I like about this county, because you could kind of get an idea of what to expect about its bidding practices and what they have bidded in the past. Now we know right here is the tax lien sale property list right here. It comes in PDF or Excel. Most likely this is the most recent one. But I want you to take a look and a flashback into 2021, the tax lien sale auction results. Not a lot of county have that information for you, so this is a blessing. So right here is the PDF, the winning bid detail report, winning bidders. Let's go into that. We're going to just open that because I want you guys to see how much the actual tax lien was and the bids that end up winning. So you can see what to expect. The only thing that I don't like about this list is that they don't give you the price value of the home. So you have to go in. Oh, yes, this one does actually. This one gives you the price value of the home. So that's a little bit I believe, yes, it does. The other tax lien one we were looking at didn't. I was looking at didn't. So look at this. This was the parcel. Full cash amount $196,600. The taxes on this was $4,148.88. The bid. Somebody went into a bidding war for this property. Okay. They bid up to $145,484. They must have wanted this property. High premium bidding is actually what they do. So it was a high premium bidding. So we know it's going to be 40% of the fair market value. They're going to take that and they're going to make you pay 20% of it. So the amount of taxes plus the high premium bidding, which was $13,368 together, made the total bill $17,517. So if you did not catch that, I need you to press rewind, because that's high bid premium practices that we talked about, that we keep talking about, and we break that down. And it's because somebody went into a bidding war and they really wanted this property. So at the end of the day, they end up bidding $145,000. But if you understand about high bidding premium, you know you're not going to pay that amount. You're going to pay about 20% of that amount plus the actual amount that's due on the taxes. And those high premium bidding is now overage in the county. Okay. So let's move forward. We have another property right here. The full cash value $230,200. The taxes was $1,540 only. They went into a bidding war for it. It went up to 130,000, and they stopped and ended up at a high premium bidding at $7,584. We know because that's 40% of the fair market value, and you're going to times that to times 10%, and that's what you're paying. You pay $7,000 plus the 1,500 and change. The total amount was $9,125 for your initial bid. So this was the bidder who won. So compare of the actual fair market value and what their bidding amount, they still did good. But that's why we teach you premium bidding, because you may get there and get nervous and start bidding, and you didn't know that it's premium bidding, and you stopped bidding because you didn't have the money, but you did, but you didn't know how to calculate it. So that's why we teach you how to do this. We teach you this. Let's look at one more example. All right, we got another property right here, and this property is $272,900. The tax amount was $2,273.22. They went into a bidding war. The bid that was accepted was $204,000 and $204,000, 675. Okay. But you're not going to pay that because it's a tax lien. So high premium bidding practice was $19,103 plus the $2,273, which mean they paid $21,036.22 in bids for a property that may value them 227,200. 72,900. I do apologize. The numbers getting mixed up in my head. Everything just mixing up. But this is a prime example of how you can kind of see what to expect at the auction, the bidding practices, and how high premium actually works. Okay. Was that helpful for you? Was that helpful? Now, we want to go into more details. Now, it's a list already available. We could pop open that list right now because that's the list coming up for October. So if you're interested in that list, get ready. Now, um, this has to be this can't be the same one from, hold on, let's go in. Let's go in. No, this looks like the same list from before. So we're looking, this is the same list that we just went into. I was about to say, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. This is the updated list, okay? This is the tax lien list that is coming up for October. And you have about 2 weeks to review this list. The amount that's due, here we go. The owner's name, parcel information, address is zero. When they say zero Rockdale, what is it, guys? What is it, guys? It's a lot. Most likely it's a parcel, a lot with no home on it. When you see 000, no home on it. Look at this right here. Okay. This may be something that a new person wants to invest in. Now, if I was a new investor, I would call the county and say, I want to invest in the rolling estates. All of them are $418 tax liens, and the value is $25,000, and they don't have an address. So we know most likely this right here. Let me highlight it. Let me highlight it. This right here is what we're talking about. Easy investment and return. Look at this. This same owner right here has a property over here with outstanding taxes as well. The amount that's due, the full cash value. The amount that's due on here is not worth the full cash value. Something is not right with that. So look at that. We're not going to touch that. But if you wanted to be fictitious and say, hey, I want to make sure I get my money back because I know these people ain't going to let me foreclose. You want to go look into this cul-de-sac right here, find out where it's at. It's in Baltimore County on Wilson Avenue and see what they look like. And maybe you can bid on these and get these and know that they're going to be redeemed. They're going to be redeemed. They're going to be redeemed. Those development companies not going to let you get one lot out of their whole construction, housing development. So that's how we find those. But like we told you, just looking at the list right now, we see lots. We see the one that is homes. This is just page 1 of 29, the full cash value. Now, if you wanted to go back to the list and go and look at it through the Excel, it's going to make it a little bit more easier for the people who know how to maneuver Excel because here we go. Because you'll be able to pick out what you want out of the data. And let's say you want houses that average $150,000 to $250,000. It'll let you pull it up through your Excel. So we're not going to do that now, but in later broadcasts, we will teach you how to use Excel if you need to. Now, we want you to look at the information on the side of this page. And on the side of this page is the information you want to highlight, the contact information where the tax office or where you can get, and it's open. We're going to get the phone number. We're going to get baltimorecounty.md.gov. This is the finance info office and also a phone number. You can call to get more information. So we got the list. We know when they hold the sale. Now we need to know how to participate in their tax lien sale. And most likely, you're going to have to get in contact with the county. So let's say Baltimore County tax lien property sale apply application. Let's see. Because, hey, it be different. So Let's go down. We looked at the overview. We know where the public notice is gonna be in the newspaper. Now, if we go down, and we're gonna always look for .gov, .gov. Okay, it says right here. We're gonna wait. We don't want nothing to cut off on us. Right here under it says Office of the State Cell Ombudsman, the City of Baltimore. So this is the city of Baltimore. So we're not looking for the city. What we're looking for, the county or the city. We're looking for the county. So we're gonna see Baltimore County. Let's see how we apply. Now, look at this. This says Baltimore County Tax Lien Cell, Alberts and Associates. If you click on this page, we're going to show you that it's not up-to-date information. So we have different people who teach you one-on-one about these states, but it does not mean that they're up-to-date information. So this is about Maryland, Baltimore County, talks about the cell, but you see the date. It says June 2018. 2018. So I just wanted to show you that. I'm not going to go into this person's blog, their website. You can learn a lot from everybody and anyone. But I want you guys to know where to get the most up-to-date information. And as of right now, what we can do is go back to the schedule. Now, one thing I want to show you, because we already went to the county overview, and it's not a lot of information, but we do know we have to call. On this page, it goes more into detail. That's why I love Maryland a little bit. But that's why I like Maryland, because they're about their business. So here are all the reschedules, the information here. And now I want to go into let me see, we're gonna apply. There was one more that I wanted to pull up for you guys. Let me make sure it's this the one, because I don't want to be going into Baltimore City. Let's make sure this Baltimore County information, because I'm thinking it had a little bit more information for us when I went down into the trenches. I hope you guys are doing good on this Friday. Hope you're having a great day. All right, let's go into this. Let's see if this is what we're looking for. Welcome to Maryland Homeland. This is the Office of the State Tax Cell Ombudsman Office. So yes, this is Baltimore City. This is the tax cell in Baltimore City. Let's see, can we find some more about Baltimore County? I'm looking for the Pacific page, because there's a page that breaks down the information. There we go. Now, I'm going to page, keep going down and down and down. We happen to be lucky on our hunting extravaganza, because Maryland is so amazing, that even if we found Baltimore City, we found Baltimore County's information. Please bear with me while the page scrolls slowly up and slowly down. Now, this breaks down Baltimore City's information and also actions of foreclosure for Baltimore City. But you want to know that the foreclosure process for the state is going to pretty much be the same. All right, so now we see Baltimore City, Baltimore County. This is what we're looking for. And it's going to give you an overview, just like you just saw. Tax sale overview, Baltimore County, what we read down to you, how it works. But it's going to go a little bit more. It talks about the penalty and the liens, what we just talked about. For more information, you want to call. Here goes the number. This was revised October 2019, so it was 2000 19, so we know it's more update than the one that we just showed you. That's why we tell you, do your research, and we show you how to go into the government websites to get the most up to date about any state that you are looking for. So collective sales, ooh, let's not do that. All right, sorry guys, just trying to hit the key information for you right now, but you can go in yourself. So we're going to look at where the public notice and legal authority is going to be at. Here we go. Collector itself for non-payment of state, county tax assessor. It's going to give you more information right here in regards to the codes and the laws, okay, and how it's applied on a day-to-day basis about, how the lien is put on. All right, so also going in is going to talk about the tax sale. If you have people who are in there who lives in the property. Also notice include, among other things, when you start to put your notice in, you want to make sure the description is good. The property is on the tax collector payroll, that the person didn't pay it back. Pretty much they're gonna take it off. But here's more detailed information about Baltimore County, the law, the practices, what you need to do to get ready. Okay. What else I wanted to show you? Registration. Any and all entities or individuals seeking to participate in the collector's 2019 tax sale must register online. Here we go. This was the 2019 online registration, includes the registration agreement to the collector's term for 2019 and 2019 internet procedures. But you want to call because this says 2019. So you just want to make sure that this is going to be correct. But right here has the hyperlink. Here's your hyperlink right here of how you're going to do your registration. Let's see if it's still open right now, because if it's not open, it doesn't matter. You're going to go and call the county and they're going to give you the right information. You see what I'm saying? So it took us right back to the page that we were at. And then you're going to ask them if there is a hyperlink, then it's supposed to be here, and it's not. So you need to call. Okay, you'll be calling them to ask them, and most likely they're going to tell you the procedures, email them, yeah. Okay, so did that break down some information pertaining to how to find over-the-counter information with Baltimore County? Not Baltimore City, but Baltimore County. You have to be detail orientated, okay? Make sure you don't mix these things up, because a lot of these counties are named after each other. America is like a cookie cutter once you get to know what's really going on. All right, so I wanted to go into Carolina County because Carolina County, they're supposed to offer over-the-counter tax lien sales as well. But Carolina County is doing things a little bit different. Let's go back to this page where we were just at. And we literally can use this same page to look up the information for Carolina County. There we go. Okay, we're in the same state of Maryland. So here you go. Here goes a breakdown of Carolina County. They also have foreclosure process and how you get started here. And that's why I wanted to show you Carolina County, because they do things a little bit different. I like Carolina County, but they're doing things a little bit different this year. So this is all the information pertaining to the tax bills, the tax payments. You'll get all of this information to find out when is the tax sale, the delinquency starts. And much more details. It was something I wanted to show you in Carolina County that was a little bit different. Okay, so here we go. 2019 over-the-counter registration packet. I want to go to, let's go back to that. Everything's just jumping all over the place. Hold on. Where were we? This is Carolina. I think when I hit that link, it took me here. All right. So this is Carolina County. This is different. Now they have the tax sale results as well. So let me just show you the tax sale results, just show you the difference, because the other county had a little bit more information. This was 2001. Let's just look at that before we look at the sealed bill registration. And then we're going to go back to look at the over the counter, what it said. Okay. And then we're going to start to wrap up this live. But I just wanted to show y'all some things, some marked differences on how to do your research. Okay. So here is this. Okay. Yes, this was the bids from last year. Now they have a face amount and a premium bid, and they don't have the actual price value of the home here. So I want you guys to know that, okay? And y'all will have to go find that information out yourself. So I just wanted to show you the difference between how they can set it up sometimes. Face amount does not mean the actual market value. It is the investment face premium, what they have to pay. The winning bid was $41,000. There wasn't a premium amount because it didn't hit close to 40% of the fair market value. This one did. So that's why we had a premium bid. As you can see, it went up. The winning bid was 38,000. So whatever the fair market value was must have been close to this. Tax certificate consultant Inc. Tax certificate consultant Inc. These people, I'm telling you, they coming in. U.S. liens 401k. U.S. liens 401k. Okay, so these were the people who won. All right, and that's why we're going to talk to you about having a LLC when you're investing in these tax liens. Okay, we're going to go into that business side of it. So I wanted to show you that. But now, before we go into 2022 sealed bid registration, this is for the one that's coming up. Carolina County is doing it much different. They used to have on site on auctions. Now they're doing online. So it says 2022 tax sale has ended. Okay, property sold at the 2000 tax sale can now be redeemed. All right, it can be redeemed. Look what month it is exactly, depending on the day. Okay, the tax sale is held on online auction in May. May was about 4 months ago. So why could they be redeemed so fast? Well, it depends. All right. So on these dates, the county will sell its first liens. So we know that it's going to happen in May. More information right here. You want to contact Carolina County to figure out how do you register for Carolina County. But I want to go back to, I guess that's exactly where it took us to. Because usually the over the counter, yeah, you'll call. Let's see. All right, let's go here. Go back to the schedule. Just want to read something for the Carolina County about the over the counter, and then we're going to close up this live. I know we shared a lot of information from you with you today, but we want to make sure that you guys are thorough. And the ones who made it through this live, this live is going to be up for only 24 hours because this is part of the over-the-counter tax lien actual the tax lien over-the-counter seminars. Okay, hold on. My computer's starting to run slow on me. This is not the page I want to look at. I want to look at the one that has all the information on the Ombudsman office. Let's see. If it's the Ombudsman page. I think it's the Ombudsman page. Next week, we're going to go into just understanding judicial versus non-judicial. Come on, baby. Let this be the page. All right. Judicial versus non-judicial foreclosure processes. So we're going to start introducing foreclosure process to you guys too. Okay. So 2019 over-the-counter registration packet. Let's open that into another. So this tax sale is held on the second Wednesday in June, as determined by the comptroller. This is Carolina County. We're talking about Carolina County now. We're not talking about Baltimore. So don't get confused, okay? On the date the county will set its first lien on the property to the tax sale purchaser. So we're not going to go into that. For more information regarding property redemption, tax sale, please read the tax sale information sheet or contact. Read it first, okay? This is the over-the-counter registration packet. Okay, you will be able to not have to wait until May. Here we go. Sorry, but there is no web page matching your entity. Let's see what happened. So if it's no packet that's available, because this is 2019, that's when we could call the county and ask for it. So here go the seal bid registration. Let's see if that's what we need. And this most likely is going to be the same thing as we're going to use for over-the-counter, because this is what we use a couple of years for over-the-counter. So we're going to go into this detailed information next week on how to register for the tax lien sale, okay? We're going to fill all this information out together with you guys. Keep it focused so you can be part of the over-the-counter tax lien sale. We're going to do this next week. And I want to say that y'all have been amazing. We have been here for how long? Almost 1 notes today, and that you did learn a lot. So again, next week, we're going to go into applying for the owner tax lien sale. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm trying to get myself on the screen, and it's not letting me. There we go. It's taking a long time. So anyway, I want to say thank you guys for being here with Lashley, your team lead. I hope you guys learned a lot today. We went into the different state that offers over-the-counter tax lien sales. We went into detail with Baltimore County tax lien investment process. We went into the list. We explained the list. We compared the list. We also went into Carolina County, and we just showed you the packet. And that's why we went into Carolina County, because I wanted to show you the packet. Next week, we're going to go into the packet and fill it out together, and we're going to issue it right over to the county so we can be part of the over-the-county tax lien sale list and possibly buy some more, or we're just going to show you. So I want to say thank you so much for being part of the buyback team. You have been amazing. I'm trying to figure out where the camera's at. I don't know which camera. It looks like my eyes is down. If they up, if they down, I do apologize, guys. Thank you for being part of the buyback team, and we will see you on Monday, giving you more tips and hints on why to invest in tax liens and tax deeds.